Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I am so beyond excited to film this video. You don't even know. I have been waiting for this for a year, it feels like. We are going to be doing a Lisa Eldridge lipstick and lip gloss haul, and I'm just going to be trying everything on, doing a bunch of lip swatches. I actually have somewhere I have to be in an hour, so I'm like trying to keep this moving, but I had to film this video today because I could not let this box sit any longer. I also went ahead and picked up the Lisa Eldridge sweatshirt. Like, I can't remember what it's called right now, and I really love it. I believe I grabbed the size medium, if I remember correctly. If I'm wrong, I'll leave it on screen, but it's just a super comfy little sweatshirt. It has her logo on it. I saw her wear it in a recent video and I really liked it, so when I saw it for sale I was like, that'll be mine. And it literally came in a dust bag. Like, I've never gotten a sweatshirt come in a dust bag before, so it's like, okay, a little touch of luxury. But anyways, enough about the sweatshirt. Let's go ahead and get into all these lip products. So I just have my box right here. I actually did make one more order because I wanted a lip liner, and I'm probably gonna end up selling the extra two things that were in the set because it was just extras for me. I'm truly a mess, but that package has not come yet, so I decided to just go ahead and film this now. So I got 3 different bundles, and I got 3 of the new shades, and then I also grabbed almost all of the lip glosses, I think all except 2. And then I grabbed 1 older shade that I had my eye on. If you're not familiar with Lisa Eldridge's line, she only releases her velvet products like 1 time a year, and when they sell out, they sell out, so they're definitely more of like an exclusive item. But for me, I really love the quality. I have super dry lips, so it's hard to find a matte formula that doesn't look terrible on me. I actually have 3 right there in the back, which I might pull out just to do some comparison swatches. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the lip glosses first, and I believe that these are supposed to be almost like a lip oil hybrid, super hydrating lip glosses, which I'm all about. So the lightest nude shade here is the shade Muse, and I do have the original lipstick velvet formula of this shade. I do think it's really pretty. I actually wore it yesterday. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that. Ooh. Okay. It's definitely super comfortable on the lips. Looks like it has a decent amount of glossiness to it. The formula kind of reminds me of the Tower 28 glosses and also the lip oils that Sephora used to do. I'm not sure if they still sell them, but it feels really similar. I love this shade. Like, this is my perfect nude gloss shade. It's super pretty. I like that the applicator is a little bit more chunky. It's a little bit wider than your typical doe foot, so I think that's really pretty. From first impression, just feeling it on lips, I think I'm gonna like these lip glosses a lot, which I'm not surprised about at all, honestly. Okay, so next let's go ahead and do this shade, which is called Go Lightly. It looks to be like a salmony pink, which isn't normally what I go for, but it looks more sheer, and in the lip swatches, I thought it was still really pretty. Okay, still pretty bright actually. I'd say it's more like semi-sheer, but I like it. I feel like it has like a nice little tint of pink without being like bam pink, because I'm not super into very pink lips on me and my coloring, but I think that's actually really pretty. Okay, next we have the shade Velvet Beauty, which I have the original of this one as well. It's one of the only more pink leaning lipsticks that I wear just because the undertones are just right. So let's go ahead and try this. Ooh, okay. Okay, so that one's a little bit more opaque, and it's definitely very on the pink side, but like I said, there's just something about this shade, like it has like this muted berryness to it. So again, it's not this super bright pink, which, like I said, personal preference is not what I ever go for, so I think that's really pretty. Also, I feel like this one looks super glossy on the lips as well, so I do like it. Okay, so last but not least for the glosses, we have the shade Blush, which I was super excited about. Oh yeah. One is really pretty as well. I definitely really like that, even though I'm applying it a little bit funny. I would say of the lip glosses, my favorites would definitely be Blush and Muse. I think these are such stunning nude glosses. super, super comfortable. I definitely have to test them out more before I can give you my full opinion and just see how my lips really end up reacting to them. But from first impression, the formula seems really, really nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with the lipsticks. The lightest shade here, I believe, is Velvet Affair. I was so excited about this one. It's sold out pretty fast. This looks to be like a really beautiful brown nude shade. Of course, you know I have to show it up close so you can see the velvet texture in all of its glory. It looks a little darker in the tube than I expected, but from my experience with my other lipsticks from Lisa Eldridge, I feel like they go on the lips a little bit lighter than they look in the tube. I don't know, maybe it's just the velvet texture that does that. Okay. Yeah, I was right. Don't judge my lip line too much right now, but I really, really like this color. I think it's such a beautiful, like, true nude shade. I don't feel like it pulls super anything on me. It's not super brown, it's not super pink, it's just like right in the middle. So I feel like it's a really, really good option. I love the way it looks on the lips, as always. Like, it's just such a beautiful matte finish, while also still feeling very, very comfortable. And even after applying all those lip glosses and taking them off, it still does not look super chapped or funny on my lips, which, like I said, so many matte lipsticks do. I already knew that, though. I already knew that I love the formula, but I really like this color as well. I think it's very pretty. I'm sad that it sold out so quickly. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do Velvet Blush. So beautiful. Okay. I feel like that is such a beautiful soft berry shade. Again, not a color that I would normally go for as much, but there's just something about the colors that Lisa Eldridge does. It doesn't feel out of my comfort zone. It feels like a soft, muted version of berry. I feel like this would be a perfect holiday lip. Okay, so speaking of holiday lips, we're going to go ahead and finish off with two different reds, which I'm so excited about. So the new red that she released is called Velvet Dragon, and it's supposed to be more of a muted red. It had like a little bit of an orangey undertone, but it just looked super, super pretty. So I was very excited to try that out. I think that the velvet texture looks even more cool with the reds. Ooh, okay. Let me turn my mirror around to the magnified side so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm not sure if I love that one as much as I thought I was going to. I feel like it's still very, very bright on me. I don't know, it might be a color that ends up growing on me, but I definitely liked it on the model more than I like it on myself, which happens sometimes, but I still think it's pretty. It's just not something that I would reach for like all the time, just because I feel like it's more orange on me than what I expected originally. Okay, so last but not least, we have the shade Velvet Ribbon, which is actually one of the original velvets. It is a super bright red. I mean, it looks so beautiful, like in the tube. Like, this is the prettiest lipstick I've ever seen, just the aesthetic altogether. But I've always wanted this. I always think of like Lisa Eldridge romanticizing red lipsticks in like a casual way and not always just glamorous. Like, I remember her talking about how beautiful it is to just see red lipstick like grocery shopping or whatever. I feel like I've talked about this before, but I always think about that when I think about red lipsticks. So I've just always wanted to grab this, and I thought, what the heck? Now's the time, I may as well try it. Let me just do a quick little close-up of that one. So that is definitely a super bright, intense, just classic red lipstick. I do really, really like it. The texture on the lips is really beautiful and really comfortable, so I'm glad I decided to pick that one up this go around. So before I let you go, I wanted to do some comparison swatches to the shades I already have from Lisa Eldridge and just swatch them out on my hand really quickly. I have Velvet Muse, Velvet Beauty, and Velvet Fawn. So Velvet Fawn has been my favorite thus far. I just think it's the prettiest, most lively nude on me. So there's what that looks like, and I want to compare it to Velvet Affair. There's Velvet Affair. I feel like the undertones are very similar. Velvet Affair is just a little bit more brown and like a tiny bit deeper. I also wanted to compare Velvet Blush to Velvet Muse and Velvet Beauty because they're all a little bit more on the pinky side. So we'll do Velvet Blush first. I'm just going to put it in the middle right there. I mean, I think this one's more berry, but I thought it might be kind of similar to Velvet Beauty. No, Velvet Beauty's much more pink, you can see. And then lastly, we'll go ahead and do Velvet Muse right here, which I think this was one of the best sellers. There's what that looks like. And then also, I feel like I could clearly see the difference on my lips, but just in case you wanted to see the two reds compared to one another, I know there's another one called Velvet Morning, I believe, which is a lot more of like this kind of red, like super bright, but more on the orange side. So I'd be really curious to see that compared to Velvet Dragon, but I don't own it, so I can't compare, sorry. But I can compare the two that I do have. So here's Velvet Dragon. Then here's Velvet Ribbon. I mean, I guess even seeing them swatch next to each other, I can see the mutedness of this a little bit more. I don't know. I'm going to keep trying it. It might just be the look that I'm wearing it with right now. I will give that one another chance and see how I feel. But there's all the comparisons. So that's pretty much everything for today's video. I'd be so curious to hear if you've tried anything from Lisa Eldridge, or I'd be curious to hear if you have a favorite of any of the colors that I tried on today. But like I said, I've got somewhere to be, so I'm going to quit chatting and I will see you in the next video. Bye!